Hello everybody and welcome back to ChubbyBroCast. We're playing Final Fantasy. Seeing what the hell this guy wants next from us. Like, what do you mean you forgot the wine? Wednesday would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo, Miyoko! Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lamani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this aura slip, he'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine, and while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. I don't believe him. I think he's just testing my patience. But off we go to get good wine for the banquet or whatever. You know, I gotta say, with a name like Shamani Lamani, I expected you to be a Lalafell. Sweat, grime, Eureka blood, an adventure, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? I got an order. An order, let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. This paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol, and there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Dristerwitz and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you're confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Yeah, I guess so. Let's talk about some wine. An offer I can refuse. Alright. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been impossible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of the work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and whiskey it must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bergliant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilgrant. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your request. But given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Okay, let's go beg. Let's go beg the man. Oh, bro, I need some wine. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. Huh? The Neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha. Neither you nor your friend has the power to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. That guy's kind of an asshole. Alright, I'm sorry, Shamani. He said he would give me urine. I take it he said no. Really, in those words, huh? Oh, I cannot say that I'm surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa Laminsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take the alternative approach. Alright, what is the alternative approach? It won't work. He has a bright idea. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I would guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Viginarians of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see. I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bygland to part with his wines, our best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I have heard rumors that one of the Vigarians tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you can start by speaking to them. Sure. I got this. I'm gonna beg people for wine now. Is this guy in the building? No, he must be behind the building. Jug bar. Do you got any wine? What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish! I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Okay, it's one strikeout. I just have to go these stairs over here or something. Durum Falurum. You got any wine? Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Calamity was a fun time. Shamoni Lamani. Nobody's got anything. No luck, huh? Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience. Even in my condition, it helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with a hope, may be forever lost to us. Yeah, whatever. Give a man a drink. Shamoni Lamoni appears to be in deep thought. Baloney Shamoni. I must say this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic indeed. There's much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear I shall find suitable wine for the banquet. I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I'd like him to know that I'm pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation. I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher Guilty Dock, so perhaps Ritzskillet can tell you where to find him. Alright, time to go give a man a bottle of wine. Wine, wine, wine. Right, Ritzskillet. Where's Dressed? Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? I tossed him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone. If you've a mind to find him, though, head southwest to the Severed Strait. Alright, I'm gonna find you, Dressed, I swear. Dressed! I found you, my boy. What do you want? Giving you some wine from your friend. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Ugh. You okay, man? He's suffering from extreme duress. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Damn, is bro hungover? Like, they're just a couple bugs, man. Like, you decide to live here where there's bugs. That's not what I meant to hit. Let me get my chocobo out. Yeah, help me with these midge fly things. Rest. I have returned. I returned from killing the flies which buzz. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands, just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway across the world. I just want to go home. I understand, bro. Dress appears to be in greater control of his faculties. I wish to thank Shamani for this wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today, at Red Mantis Falls, I collected a sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Damn, this is sad. Wine Saga, more like sad Saga. Is this the wine we're gonna give to the Banquet people? Time to give this wine to Shimoni Baloney. Shamani, I have some wine from Drest. Ah, yes, I recall we did have some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I. Two men who have struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Miyoko. It was a very good year. Shimoni is brimming with glee. He wants to share why. By the gods, Miyoko, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands in this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Dress's palm wine. He sealed each coconut with a leaf which has a very distinctive shape and unusual odor. Thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. You know what that means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one back to him and see what he remembers. Alright, now we're going back to him. Oh man. Fun stuff. Bacchus. Or no. Bacchus is the thing. Dressed. I have questions for you. Oh, hello. What is it? Where'd you get this leaf? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. I didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast? If you go looking for it, be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. That's no problem, buddy. I'm very strong. I eat my vegetables. I eat my leafy greens. Oh god, it's... Where the hell is he? Oh, there he is. It's Shezmu. Google even has a special name. I've murdered Shezmu. Absolutely murdered it. Murdering the wildlife for the sake of good wine. Shamani Lamani! I got what you need, man. What Dress have to say? Tell me everything. She told me this thing. Tell me to get this thing. Aha! I was right! This smell, this texture. I hold it in my hands. A Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintier could... Shut up, bro. 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Where'd you ever find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Belgliant. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In a few years' time, I swear every tavern across the Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you need it. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of the label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible! The vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity! It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Giguruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Miyoko. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Westgate. Huh? Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have an rare opportunity to taste perfection. Oh my god, we're almost done with all this wine business. Oh boy. Oh man, I got your wine, bro. It took forever. Your profound absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Here, have it. Take it. Is that 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had in you, but congratulations, Miyoko. Thanks to you, this will be a most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet's about to begin? Oh, sure, bro. Oh my god. Y'shtola is concerned for my well-being. Yeah, me too. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply victuals for a banquet held in her honor, all while the Shadow Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. Finally, somebody says it! I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Y'shtola, Lady Miyuki. A thousand pardons for the extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. Oh my god, it's the company heroes. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Miyoko has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, that's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath. That any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would adjudge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria, even if one found her wanting. She would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the five of you deign to test Miyoko with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care for only fortune and glory. Miyoko, however, is a kind and generous soul. I'm certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Pushq, wily uplander is talentful plainsmaker, a tricky foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the company heroes nearby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Miyoko Nayuki, and write down a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. We're gonna kill the Rock Man. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine! Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Miyoko Nayuki, Titan's Bane. Miyoko Nayuki, Titan's Bane! I have to talk to people at my banquet? Jeez. Talk to the bronze-skinned beauty, sure. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Don't call me sweetling. Exotic feast. Nom nom nom, I eat the feast. I don't know. Facing the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Damn, that was some good food. Oh, now I gotta talk to all the company heroes. Okay, Shamoni Baloney, when you face the Lord of Crags, think not of limbs of Laminsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond this chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Yeah, sure. Brave flocks. Goody Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Yeah, whatever. I, Miyoko, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landon now sends his regards. I won't, but sure. You are a veteran in countless battles, Miyoko. This is but one more. Trust in your experience, and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Ah, Yashola. Can we get this on the road? You are kind to indulge them, Miyoko. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle at Titan is yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. and we'll speak with him again. Yes. Oh, alrighty. Oh, next time we'll talk to Weskian about actually defeating Titan. Oh. Wine Saga is over. Goodbye.